Hello YouTube, welcome back to a new video. So this video I'm just going to kind of give my thoughts again on the updated potion change, what's going off with the game, how it's going, Alliance War, all that general stuff. And this is just going to be a video just for me to summarize exactly what I'm thinking right now. I'm just going to have some random war gameplay in the background from off season. So that'll have no difference. So if you're listening to this while you got something else on in the background or something, then fair enough, you can listen to my monotone voice. So this game right now is interesting. The dynamic of the game is starting to shift massively, and people aren't sure what they're going to do next. And for my alliance especially, we are people in that category. I know when we ran a quick poll in our line chat, the results were kind of what we expected, in the sense of if these changes go live, even with the updated changes, a lot of people have said their interest in doing especially Alliance War will have just disappeared. But we do have some things that we have to remember, especially when it comes to this. So at the end of the day, it's a game. There is a lot of people who can spend a lot of money on this game, and there's a lot of people who can't, won't, or just don't feel the need to. And in a game, from what I'd want to play, it's something that caters to everybody. Should the people who spend more probably get more out of the game? Well, yeah, I can understand that mindset. Should people who don't spend a lot but are really good at the game get well rewarded too? 100%. I do agree with that completely. I don't quite understand why there's so many people that seem to be not sat on the fence, but it just seems to be like everybody's just so split right now. Nobody seems to have a very similar opinion, apart from the one opinion of these war potions are way too expensive, be it in loyalty, be it in units. I said it at the end of a previous video, I just used the word disgusting. They have changed the prices, but to be honest, it's still an embarrassment. 20k for one potion, 22.3k for the next potion if you buy it within the same day, ranging all the way up to 50k for that's if you bought 5 potions within the same day. So let's say you have a terrible war. Everybody has them. I had one at the end of the last season in the final war. Yes, I wasn't pushing so hard, but it was a terrible war. Like, again, these things can happen to anyone at any time. It's just one of these things. Maybe you're just having a bad day. So I'm just going to pull it up here because I've just done the calculations before. So if you had to buy the 5 potions in one day just to try and get through an Alliance War because you're struggling and you've had a bad day, that's 162,000 loyalty gone on 5 potions. Now, I know Kabam are talking about updating the loyalty that we get in terms of a win, especially in Tier 1. That's fine. Update that. I think that's good. The potion prices are still a joke, and that's not going to change. People's opinions of that are not going to change. It's still too high, it's still too much, and there's just still too little help in, for the most part, of what's been mainly one of the best competitive game modes that the game's had. Now yes, Battlegrounds is coming out, and I understand people are excited. The meta's starting to shift to accommodate for Battleground. But there's still a lot of people who really love war. I was watching a video from Vega from 4Loki, and he was talking about how war is still the most exciting game mode for them right now. And for a lot of people, that's the same. My whole alliance, GT40, like we have a very similar mindset of, we know we're not going to be able to compete in AQ for the good rewards because we just don't spend enough. So we think to ourselves, right, okay, we have a game mode in Alliance War right now where people put out the defense, we get planning, we go full strategy mode on it. Our officers spend a couple of hours assigning paths and fights, and then we go and we try and do our best. Again, sometimes our best isn't good enough, but we try our best, and the last few seasons especially, we've seemed to come out of it quite well. But from that, we were getting rewards that kind of gave us at least an equal playing field in terms of rank 4 resources, compared to, say, alliances who were going in maybe Platinum 1 and relaxing in war, but they were doing a lot higher AQ than us. So it kind of balanced out and tried to help us stay close to if we could potentially get them rank ups. Like, I know personally, I don't spend much money on this game at all, and come finishing the Karina's Challenges Volume 2, I should be able to take my 3rd champion to rank 4. Now, for a lot of people, that's not a big deal. I know if I take Dr. Doom up, for example, I'd be then almost 15k prestige. So that would be like a massive change to my account within like a month or a month and a half, from finishing Act 7.4 and doing the Karina challenges. It will then up my prestige by 1600 score alone, which will really help the Alliance in AQ. But at the end of the day, they've upped the war rewards, and yes, 100%, this needed to be done. This needed to be done a couple of seasons ago, but I'm glad it's finally been done. There's a saying, it's better late than never, and I do believe that, especially in this case, and it's kind of the way that I see this game in general, that saying of it's better late than never. Because most of the time we get updates, especially pro player move updates, it is normally late, especially if the community kicks off. But we do still need more on these potions. Kabam, please help us out. Like, we're going to be struggling to even play this game mode competitively.